So I bought a 2021 Ford F-450 Limited, and I was originally going to wait to do a video about it because I really wanted to be able to test it out and give direct comparisons to the Ram 3500 Limited. But I'm kind of excited about it. Kind of nervous because I just spent $95,000 on a truck that I'm not sure is going to perform the same way my $80,000 Ram does.
$95,000, and this light literally came out of Thomas Edison's basement.
I'm never a distracted driver. I rarely look at my phone while I'm driving.
I'm never a distracted driver.
Both your hands are on your, bread and peanut butter. You're not going to feel that vibration. You're not going to know whether or not you're in the lane or not. Third gear burnout. I called the dealership in Baltimore. I told them I wanted the truck. I made a deposit on it. And then it showed up like on a Friday. I flew out Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I picked up the truck. I went straight to Ohio and purchased an enclosed trailer. And making my way back to Washington State. I'm really getting a good feel for the vehicle, a really good comparison. So I bought a 2021 Ford F-450 Limited, and I was originally going to wait to do a video about it because I really wanted to be able to test it out and give direct comparisons to the Ram 3500 Limited. But I'm kind of excited about it. Kind of nervous because I just spent $95,000 on a truck that I'm not sure is going to perform the same way my $80,000 Ram does. But we're going to see how it does. While you might think that a F-450 is not a fair comparison to a Ram 3500, I'm not comparing one-ton trucks. I'm comparing the fact that individuals say Ford makes a better truck. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to grab the best Ford pickup that I can get my hands on, and I'm going to compare it to the best Ram truck that I can get my hands on. That's going to be both the limited trims. That's going to have pretty much all the options you can get, and we'll compare them. So I determined I wanted to do this about 2 months ago. It was something when I really realized I wanted to. The outcome of this video and the outcome of this series that I'm going to do, comparing the two trucks, is going to determine which truck our fleet continues to buy. So if we're going to transition to a Ford fleet or a Ram fleet, or stay a Ram fleet. So the things that I like about the F-450 right away is definitely the seats. The seats are very comfortable. They don't feel like they're as wide as the Ram seats. I think the Ram seats are a little wider, but I'm not a big guy, so that doesn't really bother me much. There's a ton of adjustability in the seats. These seats probably go further back for taller people, or if you were trying to sleep in the driver's seat. That can be a nice feature. But the interior beyond the dash back is probably better than the Ram. This truck came with the safe in the center console, which I didn't even know that until I picked it up. But that was pretty cool. The massaging seats are nice. It's like kind of gets your blood flowing when you're just sitting for a long time, which is kind of cool. I like that the mirrors go out into the tow position electronically with the button on here. That's pretty neat. I don't know, it probably is offered in like their Platinum and probably even their Lariat whatever trim package. I would imagine it would be offered in that. And I do like the commercial grade tire having the 19.5 wheel. I haven't compared brakes to the Ram 3500, so I don't know if they're better in that regard or not. And I'm only pulling like a 7,000 pound enclosed trailer, so it's not a fair comparison whatsoever. I can't remember the last time I've pulled 7,000 pounds behind my Ram. Our tilt bed trailers alone weigh between 12 and 14,000 pounds, so a significant difference compared to a 7,000 pound, 6,000 or 7,000 pound enclosed trailer. The tailgate's electronic, which I do like about this truck. However, Ram finally caught up, and the 2020 3500 Limited does have the electronic tailgate as well, which operates from the key fob or a button inside the cab. So that's really nice. The other things I like about the Ford is definitely the power. The power is huge comparison between the Ram. Now, I haven't pulled a loaded trailer with this truck, or I haven't even pulled a 14,000 pound flatbed trailer with this truck yet, so I can't say it's better when towing. But empty, this truck moves. Like, it is extremely impressive how fast this truck pulls, even with the 7,000 pound trailer. This truck probably accelerates at the same rate the Ram does when this truck's pulling a 7,000 pound trailer. The truck has a 10-speed transmission, so it maintains its power band much better than a 6-speed transmission will, since it's shifting more frequently and holding a more narrow RPM range. So we'll see how it does in that regard. The tow haul, which is working right now, going downhill, is pretty, it's fine. It's the same as the Ram, I guess. Another thing I really like about the truck is the panoramic roof, which like opens all the way up. It goes back pretty much the full length of the roof, which I'll show you here. Only this section like opens if you like having air above your head or whatever. This screen that's here, it like is so lame. Like, it is so boring. Like, I don't understand why they can't, like, they could make it bigger, they could make it, we're talking about things we don't like now, aren't we? So I want to talk about the things I don't like about this truck. And the things that I don't like about it, to me, answer the question of whether or not, Ford's better than Ram or Ram's better than Ford. Ram's definitely better. And one of the things that, okay, so Ram's not definitely better. We're going to prove to you that Ram is better. And that was the reason I bought this truck. But the first thing I want to talk about is I'm never a distracted driver. I rarely look at my phone while I'm driving. I don't change the radio station unless I can do it with my fingers on the steering wheel. However, lane keeping assist that Ram has is an amazing feature. Like, when you're driving and you want to make yourself a peanut butter and jelly, you want to be driving the Ram. You can let go of the steering wheel and it will keep you between the lines. It'll only do it like 3 or 4 times before it wants you to drive again, but then you just press the lane keeping assist button and it does it again another 3 or 4 times. So making your PB&J, whatever it may be, fantastic feature that Ram offers. Ford, which I thought also had lane keeping assist, does not. They're very misleading. They call it, come here. They call it lane keeping system, okay? The lane keeping system, all it does is vibrates the steering wheel when you're about to go out of your lane. But when both your hands are on your, bread and peanut butter, you're not going to feel that vibration. You're not going to know whether or not you're in the lane or not. So it vibrates at you instead of actually keeping you in the lane. So when I called the dealership and I confirmed, I said, that truck has the lane keeping assist, right? He said, yes, it does. It has the lane keeping assist. And they called the lane keeping system. So in his defense, he should have known better. But then we showed up there and this salesman drives a Tesla. He should know the difference between lane keeping assist and actual lane keeping, where it actually still keeps you inside the lane. So that's really cool that Ram has it, and really disappointing that Ford does not. One of the things that Ford and Ram both have is the forward collision assist, where if it thinks you're going to hit a car in front of you, it hits the brakes for you. Both of them are fine there. Ram has way more options in this area for like gauges. You can have, I think, 4 additional gauges. You can have like your transmission temperature, your boost gauge, your exhaust brake like pressure, if that's something you monitor, transmission temp, which I think I just said, and anyways, you can go through a whole bunch of different gauges. The Ford, if you're not in the actual like gauges screen, you can change the gauge up here all the way to the right, which right now I have it on def, which I'll probably change it because the Ford starts warning you that your def's going to go at 500 miles. So the Ram doesn't really warn you until 200 miles, but you have a gauge to look at, an actual like dial, not just an electronic gauge. So yeah, the lane keeping assist was just super bummed out when I found out that it didn't actually assist you. It's just a lane keeping system. We were gonna sit here and watch the sunset, but we wanted to get some video first, and it's kind of getting dark, so we looked at, oh, we got lights here, but it looks like Ford fucking, look at this light. You don't even get a fucking LED in here. Oh, I can't cuss. You gotta bleep that out. You don't even get an LED in here. You get this like probably like 1930, 1940 technology for your light. Like, how am I supposed to do my makeup with this? I don't even, it's really disappointing. That's what you get with a Ford.
$95,000. And this light literally came out of Thomas Edison's basement, and Ford was like, found the pallet of these lights and was like, hey, we need those. The truck might be 95 grand, but we are definitely putting in like the lights that Thomas Edison invented. Like, this is the exact light that he envisioned. This drawing is on Wikipedia. I'll pull it up right now. I'll show you.